Hi, in this video, I want to show how Excel can be useful to create a crew rostering optimization tool. And 10 years ago, more or less, a small company operating in the public transport of a small city of my region asked me to help them to create a tool like this, very friendly and easy to use, so I decided to do it in Excel. They had the feeling that something could be improved in order to reduce the waiting time of all the drivers. They had 747 trips, single trips, that are this one, two, three, four. For each trip, we have a zone, starting zone, ending zone, starting time, ending time, then the duration and the waiting time. And they have to combine all these trips, single trips, into 6 shifts in order to have the best solution. They had also, of course, some constraints, as we can see here. So we have the maximum shift duration, that is 13 hours. Then we have information about the lunch, I mean the duration and the time range in which the lunch can be had. And then we have the maximum and minimum waiting time and the maximum number of stops, which is the difference between waiting time and the stop. Um, when from a single trip to the next one, we have a waiting time higher than 36 minutes, this is considered a stop. So also the working hour is a stop, but it is not taken in account. If this waiting time is less than 36 minutes, then it is considered as a break and it is taken in account in all the working time. So we have also put a number of maximum of stops. I mean of waiting times greater than 36 minutes. Then let's have a look to the current situation that we want to improve. At the time, this was the situation in the company. They had 6 shifts, okay, from zone 7 to another zone. The zone 7 is always, it was the bus station, and they had 6 buses and 6 shifts and 6 drivers, of course. This was the starting time and ending time for each trip and so on. Okay, here is represented the number of stops, and as we can see, when the waiting time is greater than 36 minutes, as in this case, we have one stop, or as in this case, we have another stop, and so on. Okay, now here, which is the optimization? It is based on 2 algorithms. One is totally heuristic, the greedy algorithm. I did it and I obtained good result, but when I created the second one, this is based on the solver algorithm, then the solution was much better. So we will put the focus just on this one because they are quite similar, even if this algorithm uses the solver model, the add-in of Excel that we can see basically here in this part. Okay, how it works? It works in this way, and then now just to have a look, I don't execute it now because it will need a few minutes to obtain the result. So I just have here a screenshot of the algorithm during the execution to give you an idea. We start from the first set of trips, and then we try to add each time a new trip, creating a lot of combination. Of course, we avoid all the combinations that um, are not in the constraints that we need. I mean this set of constraints, okay? Then once we have a set of combinations, we execute the, the algorithm and we find the best solution. From this solution, we add again a new trip and we obtain other combinations. And then we re-obtain the optimal solution, and then we go into this loop. The loop will finish once we have put and assigned to all the combination the last trip, and we have finished all the trips. Okay, so once this algorithm has been executed, the solution that was found was this. This is the solution found about the algorithm. This was the current situation. It is the same that we have here. It is just represented in a different way in order to compare both in an easy way. As you can see here, I mean 7, 11, 30, it means that we are just in this optimal solution putting together the trips 7, 11, 30. As you can see, this trip ends at 8:15, and then at 8:15 it starts the second one. This finished at 8:50, and then at 8:50 it starts the third one, and so on. Okay, this is the meaning of the string that you can read here. It is just a combination of all the trips in both cases. As you can see, the duration of the trips, the total duration is the same, 26 minutes and something. Okay, the duration, the total duration of the shift, of course it is higher because it includes also the waiting time, and they are more or less comparable. Okay, even if of course the optimal solution has it is a little higher. But what we can see here is that in this case we obtained, and this is the most important result, just 5 trips, 5 shifts. Here instead we have 6 shifts. This means that we have a shift that we can avoid if we try to use the best, the optimal solution. This means that we need, of course, in this case, to fire a driver. Here it is the total waiting time. As you can see here, this is the difference basically, because in the optimal solution we have a waiting time that is much lower than the current one. And the number of stops is more or less the same. The maximum is 2 as we defined here in the maximum of stops 2. Okay, so we have created a set of combinations that are in this constraint. And what's happened at the end? The company did not decide, of course, to fire the driver. They were happy to found what they were thinking. I mean, the confirmation about a good improvement. But they did not put in place the optimal solution. They asked me to find an intermediate solution between the optimal and the current one, just to improve the current situation and to reduce the waiting time. What I have shown here, of course, this is the best solution that is for the company, let me say, as a benchmark, just to understand how far they are from this one. And that's all. I hope that this video has been useful to understand all the how Excel can be powerful in this kind of topics.